Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin has officially formed another higher low on the daily time frame, and over on the 12-hour chart, we have just seen a brand new bullish signal. I'll be talking about all of that and so much more later in this video, but first, we must talk about some massive Bitcoin news today, and all of this is to do with that crypto executive order that I covered in yesterday's Bitcoin update video, so if you missed that video, definitely check it out. But basically, only within the last half a day, Janet Yellen, who is the Secretary of the United States Treasury, accidentally leaked her official statement on the crypto executive order. Now, if you head over to the official United States government page where this was leaked, right now it says access denied. But if you put the link to this exact page into a web archive, the web archive managed to get a snapshot of what was actually leaked. And so basically what is on this page right here is behind this access denied page. And so this is the statement by the Secretary of the Treasury, Janet Yellen, on President Biden's executive order on digital assets, also known as cryptocurrencies. And the key things to take away from this official statement is that Janet Yellen said that this approach, meaning the crypto executive order, will support reasonable innovation that could result in substantial benefits for the nation, consumers, and businesses. It will also address risks related to illicit finance, protecting consumers and investors, and preventing threats to the financial system and broader economy. And the US Secretary of the Treasury also said, under the executive order, Treasury will partner with interagency colleagues to produce a report on the future of money and payment systems. And they will also evaluate the potential financial stability risks of digital assets and assess whether appropriate safeguards are in place. And because the questions raised by digital assets often have important cross-border dimensions, we'll work with our international partners to promote robust standards and a level playing field. And the US Secretary of the Treasury also said that already the department has worked with the President's Working Group on Financial Markets, the FDIC, and OCC to study one particular kind of digital asset, stablecoins, and to make recommendations. And then beyond that, she just goes on to say that, of course, they're going to be looking at risks involved, and they're looking to promote a fairer, more inclusive, and more efficient financial system. So essentially, this could be the early stages of the United States government starting to regulate crypto and officially accept crypto/digital assets as an official asset class. And so after this, there will be three important things to pay attention to. First of all, the executive order itself when it officially comes out. Secondly, we have to look forward to that report that is being produced by the Treasury and interagency colleagues that will report on the future of money and payment systems. And the final thing to continue to pay attention to moving forward is the study and recommendations made on stablecoins in particular. But all in all, this is very bullish for the overall crypto market, because if the US government was going to ban crypto, they wouldn't be going ahead with all of this and saying that this executive order will support responsible innovation in crypto. So this is clearly showing that crypto is becoming accepted in the eyes of the US government, and now their aim is to start regulating it to make it more safer for the average consumer or investor, similar to what they have done to the stock market, for example. But anyway, jumping into the Bitcoin charts, and if you're enjoying the video so far, please feel free to leave a like down below, and if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. But anyway, right here, we're on the 2-hour Bitcoin chart, and for those of you that have been watching my Bitcoin updates over the past 3 to 4 days, I've been looking at this shorter term bullish divergence, which has resulted in mostly sideways price action. And I let you know in yesterday's Bitcoin update video that this sideways price action is very soon going to come to an end, and we're about to see our next volatile move. And I said in yesterday's Bitcoin update video that in order for this to be a volatile move to the upside, ideally we need to see more than just this bullish divergence. We need to see the price oscillators start trending to the upside on some slightly larger timeframes, like the 4-hour Bitcoin charts, for example, which has indeed happened. The last solid uptrends that we saw in the 4-hour price oscillators on the Bitcoin chart was around 2 weeks ago approximately, and you can see what happened next in the shorter term Bitcoin price action. But if you're zooming out to the 12-hour Bitcoin chart, we're also starting to see some more bullish signals over here as well. For example, the parabolic stop and reverse indicator has officially just flipped into the green again. Also, looking in the 12-hour RSI, we are clearly pointing in the bullish direction, but the 12-hour MACD has not confirmed a bullish cross, at least just yet. So that would be the final bullish signal to pay attention to here on the 12-hour Bitcoin chart. And over the past 1.5 to 2 months, these signals have been very accurate at determining the short-term trend in the Bitcoin price. So obviously having these signals flip bullish again is clearly bullish for the Bitcoin price on the 12-hour time frame at least. And interestingly enough, if you're looking in the Bitcoin Fear and Greed Index, it is still sitting in extreme fear. Even though if you're looking on the daily Bitcoin chart, we have officially just confirmed another higher low. This market structure that Bitcoin has been forming over the past 2 months approximately is technically bullish structure, because if you're simply looking at the highs on the daily time frame, we're forming relatively horizontal highs highs. But if you're looking at the Bitcoin lows on the daily time frame, we are forming higher lows. And so what this actually means is selling pressure over the past 2 months approximately hasn't really increased all that much. It's remained relatively stagnant as the price just basically gets rejected at around 45,000, whereas the buying pressure over the past 1.5 to 2 months has been increasing because rather than the Bitcoin price dropping all the way back down to these original lows that we saw back in January, instead the Bitcoin bulls are stepping in at these slightly higher prices each time, which is technically showing an increase in buying pressure, an increase in demand, while the selling pressure over the past 2 months hasn't really moved that much. So this will be important to pay attention to moving forward. Of course, if Bitcoin continues to see higher lows on the daily time frame, then we are simply looking more bullish than we are bearish here on the daily charts. But I want to make it clear that all of these bullish trends are still only in the shorter term. So if you're wanting to know when a much larger bullish move might occur, so a longer term bullish trend, we need to break above 45 to 46,000 and confirm that break above, and ideally flip that into new support. And if Bitcoin can do that, if you're looking at the larger time frames like the 3-day Bitcoin chart, the price oscillators on the 3-day time frame are already set up ready to go for the next move to the upside. And if you're looking at the last couple times where we saw a bullish reversal in these 3-day Bitcoin price oscillators, one example was back during the middle of last year, and obviously you can see what happened next in the Bitcoin price. And another example was what happened back in April 2020, and you can see what happened next in the Bitcoin price. So over the past 1 to 2 months, these larger time frames haven't really changed at all. They are still looking more bullish than they are bearish, but once again, we need to break above that 45k level first. And even if you're zooming all the way out to the weekly Bitcoin chart, looking at the weekly MACD, we are seeing higher lows form in the weekly MACD, which historically speaking is more of a bullish thing. And if you want some previous examples of this happening, back during the 2018 bear market, the weekly MACD was starting to form some higher lows towards the end of that bear market, and just around the corner was a significant bullish reversal in the Bitcoin price. And we can also look at what happened in late 2019 and early 2020. That time period right there wasn't exactly a bear market or a bull market, similar to what we've seen over the past 1 year in the Bitcoin price action. But if you're looking at the weekly MACD during that time period, we saw higher lows, which led into a massive bullish reversal. And even if you're looking at some on-chain Bitcoin metrics, like the percent of supply last active over 1 year ago, even this is telling the same story as what those larger timeframes are telling. And if you want to know exactly what this means, definitely check out my last Bitcoin update video, because in that video, I went into much more detail about this chart right here. And if you want to stay up to date in the crypto markets at all times, make sure you follow me over on my Twitter for extra updates like this throughout the day. And you can find a link to my official Twitter account in the description down below and also in the pinned comment. And right next to that is a link to my new Instagram. But anyway, if you found this video useful, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so that you don't miss out on any of these important updates that I post every single day. And also, I have 2 videos popping up right here on your screen that are designed to help you make more money in crypto, whether or not prices are going up or down. But anyway, that is it for this update. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.